And as Jesus was teaching about prayer, he gave actually a story about a woman who was a widow who went to the judge. Now I want to give you the context of this. A widow in that culture, the ancient East, was not respected. A widow had no voice. A widow could not say nothing. They were despised. But this woman, as Jesus is sharing this account to try and teach people how to pray, he begins to say this woman kept going to the judge, even though she knew that widows were despised. As a matter of fact, when you were a widow, you were as good as a dead person. But the woman did not stop. She kept going to the judge. I want you to give me justice. The first time the judge refused. If it's you and me, we're praying over a situation, praying over something, and it doesn't work, we say, well, I got so-and-so prayed for me, it didn't work. I've tried this. I shared yesterday, whenever God calls us to do something, there is always an obstacle that needs to be removed. And God has a way of telling you what He wants to do with your life and showing you what He's going to do with your life, but He doesn't tell you what is waiting to try and stop that. But the good news is that God cannot ask you to do something He's not capable of empowering you to overcome. The good news is that God cannot call you to something that He can never sustain you. But when you're going through the fire, it will seem as if you are all by yourself. So Jesus shares the story of the widow. She goes the second time. Give me justice. The judge says no. But she did not stop. Why? Because when you set your eyes on that which you desire to see happen in your life, you don't need to let anything stop you from achieving that which you desire. If it is your healing, you have to pursue your healing. If it is your deliverance, you have to pursue your deliverance. If it is your miracle, you have to pursue your miracle. If it is a calling, you have to pursue it. You have to pursue it until you get it. You have to run after it until you get it. You don't quit. You don't give up. You don't get discouraged. Why? Only champions do not get discouraged. They may have knocked you down. You may be on the ground. But as long as you are breathing, it means you have a chance at life. As long as God has given you a breath, it means that things can change. Nothing remains the same. There are no season that remains the same. The Bible says there are seasons for everything. Why? Because no season is permanent. Your situation is not permanent. Your condition is not permanent. Your struggles are not permanent. What you're going through is not permanent. Why? Because God has a power and the ability to change your story and to give you a good story. And that's what I'm about to tell you today.